So I know a fantastic takeout place here downtown Vancouver on Davie Street. Oh crap, I think we just passed it. Alright, that's fine. We'll just turn around. No, hang on, we can't stop. We're in an F14 Tomcat. Gotta turn around, gotta turn around. Alright. So, F14 Tomcat, we're gonna fly all the way from Vancouver to Powell River along the Sunshine Coast here. I'm going to get to enjoy some nice sun in your face as we fly towards the downtown core. We've got Plaza of Nations there, usually lots of cruise ships there. Terminal and the Lookout Tower, and pulling right through Georgia Street and a couple of hotels there. I think we're over Burrard right here. Whoa, Hotel Vancouver just passed it. RBC building didn't hit it. Fantastic. Shangri-La still safe. Robson Street down below. Go grab your bubble tea there. And we're over the West End, heading towards English Bay. Now, funny enough, when you're flying and you accelerate just a little bit, it gets a lot harder to control. Boom. There's JK's house. He knows who he is. And we're off to English Bay. Normally, you'd be watching the fireworks out here. So the F-14 model is pretty fantastic. The only thing that's missing on this plane, I think, is some of the cockpits and a little bit of the livery, such as the exhaust from the twin engines. Otherwise, the airplane flies and the wings retract to multiple variable geometry positions. So West Vancouver down below us, Bowen Island up ahead, and if you look right down beneath the plane, that's where Horseshoe Bay would be. So you can take ferries from there to Bowen Island, to Sunshine Coast. That's where we're going. And also you can take ferries from here all the way to Vancouver Island and go check out Vancouver Island if you're on tour. Now, Bowen Island is actually pretty huge. If you're in Vancouver and you're looking out kind of towards the northwest, you're going to see it, and it looks like it's actually, a piece of the Sunshine Coast or a piece of the coast, but it's actually a massive island with a big marina, lots of things to do. You can go hike around this lake here, but I'm just going to fly by it and continue northwest of Vancouver. The range I'm going to cover is, I think, only about 120 kilometers. Normally a flight from Vancouver to Powell River would take approximately 30 minutes or so, and you can get a plane to take you there from usually the south terminal at the Vancouver International Airport. Used to be other planes that would fly there, but in the 2021 season, the travel is a little bit limited. So normally also you could go there by ferry, which would go across from Horseshoe Bay all the way to Gibsons, which we just passed. It's on our right side, and Bowen Island still on our left. Takes a few seconds here for me to adjust as I make these banks and turns. I mean, it's a little tricky controlling an F-14 Tomcat when you're flying at about 700 knots. I think that's just below supersonic. I have not been able to make this plane go supersonic as of yet. So now we're actually over Sunshine Coast right here. And the highway basically starts from the ferry terminal at Gibsons and continues north across Sunshine Coast. Now, for those of you who are interested, Sunshine Coast is actually, it's interesting. It's kind of almost like a peninsula. So it's not really the coast, it's kind of the coast, but it is actually separated by an inlet, and that inlet you can actually see on the right side there. I'm just diving down towards the town of Sechelt. That's the second large town on this stretch of Sunshine Coast, and the highway kind of goes right through it and continues further north just non-stop until it gets to another ferry terminal. And out there in the distance, far away, you can see Vancouver Island. It is pretty far away, but those mountains are actually fairly tall. Some of them, I think, go up as high as 3,500 meters. That's like 100,000 feet if you're in America. Those are pretty tall mountains. And a lot more Sunshine Coast. I'm just gonna stop talking and you can enjoy the view of the West Coast modeled beautifully here in Flight Simulator 2020. Alright, I'm back. So if you were driving a car, you actually would have to get onto a second ferry here. And the ferry would take you across from this part of Sunshine Coast through these awesome inlets. And if it's a nice sunny day, the view is fantastic from those ferries. That will take you all the way across to Powell River. There's a landing for the ferries about 30 kilometers south of Powell River. Then you jump back in your car and you make your way north towards the town of Powell River, and from there on you can still keep going and even go across to Vancouver Island from Powell River. So it's actually pretty interesting. You kind of make a loop, start from Vancouver, go across Horseshoe Bay to either Powell River or Vancouver Island, and you can come back all the way along the highway. So this is the shoreline. We're going to pull up here, make a few more turns, and get to the town of Powell River. Alright, as you can probably tell on the map here, we're going to make a bank and come right across the town of Powell River. I'm staying fairly low and just going to buzz the town here. The highway kind of goes right along the coast. You can take a scenic route here. Lots of residential buildings. Really nice place to visit. Go check it out. Tourism aplenty. You can go swimming and hiking and biking and all kinds of sports all season, so it's pretty awesome. And believe it or not, we just passed the town. Very small town, but it is pretty awesome. There is another interesting feature here, which is the paper mill that I'm just going to fly by. That's on the left side. From the news that I heard, it actually got out the paper mill got bought out by its employees, which is actually really cool. So corporate entity became employee owned. So awesome. Hopefully it stays going for much longer. We go vertical and take another bank and then come back and visit Powell River, and then we're going to go in for a landing. So now that we're done passing Powell River's residential area, I'm going to bank around, take a look at the airport. Maybe I'll land there. Let's give that a go. I don't think that airport is designed to take U.S. Navy F14 Tomcats, but let's see what I can do in this plane. Where's that airport? Okay, there it is. Really small runway, but you know what? If an F-14, whoa, almost hit those trees. If an F-14 Tomcat can land on an aircraft carrier, I bet you I could land it at that airport. Can I do it from the first go without crashing? Let's give it a try. Well, maybe we'll do one more loop before we go down for a landing. The light is beautiful. If I was a photographer, I would probably be loving this and making a video. Instead, I'm doing it from a cockpit of an F-14 Tomcat. I'm okay with that. So let's do one more pass and then try landing. Need to pick up a little bit of altitude, bleed off some airspeed, and come in for a landing. And from those who are wondering, that's not Vancouver Island, that is Sechelt Island. I think that's one of the largest islands in the Gulf Islands chain, and those lie between Vancouver Island and the main coast of British Columbia. But it's time to get into the landing here. Do some loop-de-loops maybe. Which button is the gear? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Alright, so this is my first landing ever, so let's see what I can do. I figured out where the gear is. There comes the gear. I've adjusted my wings to full, I think it's 22 or 23 degrees. This allows me to have a lower approach speed, and we're going to try to land.
I'll take you all the way in. Just stay with me.
Not asking for any bonus points, but trying to land an airplane for the first time. Actually, this is my first landing ever in Flight Simulator. Externally is a little tricky. Hopefully I can judge the... There's the airport. Gotta look around. Sorry about those external views, but I gotta look around to see where I'm going. Alright, here we go. Got engines down. 10% power. Got more than enough airspeed. Full engine cut right now, and here we go. No crash, no crash, no crash. Beautiful touchdown. Let's taxi this plane and go grab a Starbucks.